Welcome to HS88. From time to time I get questions from viewers, and usually I can reply with a very brief comment. But just occasionally the question deserves a longer answer. And in this case I've had a question or two from Alberto, and he's asked me, is it possible to split this lathe bed away from the stand? Because he's got a stand of his own which will carry about 1,000 kilos, something he particularly wants to use. And he's saying, can you do it, and do I recommend it? And he's also asked me, how noisy is the lathe? Because where he plans to use his lathe, he's a bit concerned about the noise level. So he's asking, is it noisy when it's fast running? Maybe it is. But is it noisy when it's running at low RPM? So I'll have a go at answering both those questions, Alberto. Thank you very much. The bed can be physically separated from the base by undoing two bolts here, this one and the one at the back, and also by undoing two bolts which are underneath the tailstock. The two bolts at the tailstock end are in there. I took the electrical panel off and found another two bolts directly under the headstock. You'd have to take the headstock and gearbox off to get at those. Now, having said that you could separate the bed from the stand, the next question is, would you do it? The stand is extremely strong. In fact, the stand and the lathe are really designed together as a single unit. And I believe that when these lathes were manufactured, a lot of time was spent with the packing and shimming between the bed and the stand to make sure that the bed was not twisted. And also the very rigid stand ensures that really however you level this lathe, the bed won't twist. The stand only has levelling feet in the four corners. The stand is made from plate just over 5mm thick. It's a welded construction, and it also has a centre brace which makes it extremely rigid. The motor is mounted on the back of the stand. There's a pulley and two long V-belts which run up to the input shaft of the headstock gearbox. Normally when I'm recording lathe work, I reduce the audio levels on the video so it's not too loud for you. But you can judge the level of my voice here, and I'll run it, and if you can see this RPM meter, you'll get an idea of the noise for each of the RPM levels. That's 77 RPM. That's 485 RPM. And that was just short of 1,000 RPM. If you have a question, send it in, and perhaps when I've got a few that I can answer together, I'll post them in a video reply. I hope that was useful to you. Thank you for watching HS88.